Okay, hey guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Afro Vibes Radio. We have a beautiful black queen as our guest today, Phylicia.
Hey.
Do people say Feliz Navidad to you? I said I would say it on the show. I am going to, because it's so close. Like, Phylicia, Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, people did that to me.
I mean, you're a walking celebration. Look at your hair.
Oh my God, did you know
so
we are
cute.
celebrating the culture Black History
Year.
Black History Year.
Black History Year.
Yeah, exactly.
I
this
love
is
that.
me 24/7.
Right? No, you look cute. Is that your real hair?
No, girl. No, girl, and only because of the demographic I looked at. I can tell y'all the truth.
But wait, you're from the Caribbean island? What
Yes.
island?
Trinidad.
Oh, you're Trinidad? Oh, wow. I had a friend from Trinidad. She was cool.
Tobago.
She was alright.
I'm about to say
What was
Trinidad and
what was
Tobago or
Mhm.
just Trinidad?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah,
but
together, right?
Yeah.
But it's on two separate islands still, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like literally a 45-minute flight
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
from like there. It's like going
So
to
do
Dallas.
people go like Trinidad versus Tobago like all the time?
No, like
Okay.
Tobago is more of the suburbs, like
Let's
so
say
it's
the
more of like you go there
city-wide.
for like
Yeah.
vacation, like you go there because it's very suburban, like it's very country here still. So yeah,
So when was the last time you went to Trinidad?
I was there in July.
Oh,
Yeah, for
wow.
a family reunion, but before that, I wasn't
Aw.
there for like 10 years. So
That's how it is.
Wow.
That's how it is. I'm from England, and the last time I went was this August past. I haven't
Yeah.
been there since 10 years. So
Wow,
that's
and
how
your
it is.
accent is
Y'all
still
be doing
strong.
I turn on and turn off. When I think
Me
about
too, yeah.
being from
She
England, like I
does,
turn
yeah.
on, and
Yeah.
then I speak with the valley.
But then when you say certain things, like your accent comes
Yeah.
out naturally.
No, I'll be in the restaurant. I'm like, oh, can I get some water? And they're like, huh? Can I get some water? And I'm like, can I get some water? And they're like, oh yeah, with ice. I'm like,
No, they're just being rude. They're just being rude. They knew what you were talking about.
It's
They knew what you were talking about.
It's so annoying. But you look cute though.
Thank you.
So a little birdie told me that that you made this.
I didn't make it, but I did style it. I did
Okay.
pull everything and put it
Well,
together.
let's
So
get
Yes,
a little
you
twirl.
fit.
Let's get a little twirl.
Hey.
Okay, girl.
Okay, lace for the
You look
big
cute.
ladies.
How is your waist that small?
You feel me?
dance.
Oh my god. Well, actually, speaking about dance, so you have an event coming up.
Yes, so I have an Afro Caribbean cardio class coming. So it's going to be like basically you're just gonna be whining and sweating. That's pretty much the goal.
Now
So-
you hear your accent.
Yep. Certain things that has come out. So definitely, it's gonna be fun. It's like a 45-minute class. It's pretty intense. It's not really choreography based, but you will be learning like some dance moves because I love Afro beats. For like Trinidadians, we mostly just whine like for the most part. Like we
Right.
whine up, we whine down, we
Right.
whine to the side, we whine to the left. So it's like we just doing that constantly. But for like the Afro beats, there's more like there's some moves and stuff in there that I'll be like throwing in. So yeah.
Where is
So-
this taking place?
So the studio is to be announced. I don't want to
Yeah.
put it on blast, for let's be safe, let's be
Right.
smart.
Right.
We don't want no creeps showing up.
Right.
So like that would be disclosed upon purchasing a ticket online. Which you
Okay.
can get at cityrepublic.com.
City Republic.
And the
okay.
tickets are only $15, so
not bad.
it's not bad. It's not bad at
City
all.
Republic. Okay, that's where you can find the tickets.
Yeah, but just catch it now because the rates will be going up because I know this is going to do very well.
Yes.
So
This
catch it
is
now.
not your first one, right? You've
No.
already done one.
Yeah, I've done one. I did one last year around this time. So, the goal was for me to do it once every month. But you know how life is be like.
It's
I'm an entrepreneur. Like I'm running
That's
2
crazy.
businesses now. I'm doing like 3 because I just launched my podcast. So I'm doing that.
Oh, awesome.
So and now I'm doing like a solo travel tour this year. So I just
I
came back
love
from
that.
Spain and
Girl,
Morocco.
give me these vibes. I love successful
I'm doing
black
too
queens.
much, but yeah.
No,
so,
you were doing just enough.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I'm so
awesome.
happy I have, people that I'm able to like hire people to help me now so I can continue to grow the empire.
Right.
So
So what even got you on this road? You seem to be doing so many things. So you
Yes.
said you've been styling for like 10 years, right?
So this is what happened.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna give you like a quick little rundown.
Yes.
So I basically started my business selling one item.
Okay.
I only sold jeans, and that I did design. I used to style and like cut them up and bleach them and custom make them. So that was like in 2012. So
Okay.
from there, yeah, like I kind of used the investments from that to roll over, and that's how I grew my business. And so I did it with no loans, no investors. Like I just did it all just by like
No
rolling
loans.
over my investments
Right.
and making the right investments and stuff. So Then I like decided to start a hair company because I had did the big chop and I was natural, but then I still wanted to have big hair and do different things, but I wanted hair that looked like me. I don't like straight hair for me is just like it takes away from my beauty because it's not me. So like it took me a while, so I started wearing wigs, and then people were asking me, girl, where you get your wigs from, girl? And so I just did the sourcing, like put in that investment.
So how did you even get to that? So a lot of times people, viewers definitely hear, oh, I started my own company, now I have like a hair company. Like, what was the, step by step?
I've always had an audience. Like, that was my thing. So like any platform, social media platform that I was on, like I dominated. So like Tumblr, like I had a huge audience on there, and like Instagram, like this is my second page. So my first page was deleted by my ex-husband just recently. I'm going through a divorce right now. So I was home married for 7 years. I was with him for 7 years. Yes. So I know people be like, girl, like when you open your mouth, I would never have thought. So
you are on a roll. So
started a new page. I went from, I had 80K, but now I almost have 30K. And that's fine, because I feel like when you're authentic and you're yourself, like people are gonna look for you. So like I'm not even worried about that. I've grown 3 platforms like on my own. Like I've done it for my 2 business pages. It's like nothing to grow. That's why like I teach social media classes and stuff on how to grow your audience organically. So it's so easy to do. Like I'm not worried about it. And if anything, that really connected me closer to my tribe and like the people who like are really down for me.
Who are supporting you.
Yeah, man. Like the moment my page got deleted, like that second I created another page. Within 24 hours, I had 1,000 followers. Like people were looking for me. They were like, "What is happening? What's going on?"
Awesome.
So, yeah, but God is good.
God is good. Amen. God is good. I'm happy.
Thank you.
Wow. So going back to your event. When is your event again?
So it's next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yes.
And so
it's at 3 p.m. But like I said, the date, the location
is going to be $15, and you can find it on cityrepublic.com.
Okay. The ticket's already on sale. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's already on sale.
Oh, awesome. So we'll be right back, guys. This has been Cynthia.
What?
Phylicia.
First of all, did we catch how she greets for that?
I'm so sorry. This is Phylicia. Phylicia. This has been. I'm so sorry. I read too much. This has been. I think I have dyslexia too, but I won't blame it on that. This has been Phylicia, and this has been on Afro Vibes Radio. Don't kill me after this. Don't kill me.
That was too funny because like the whole thing.
I was like,
are you trying? I was like, Cynthia,
I know it was like Sia at the end. I don't know why I started with like Cynthia. I'm so sorry. That's never happened. I'm sorry.
Yo, that was
oh my god.
It really was.
Hey guys,
I'll move.
I thought you wanted me to start. Because I was waiting for him to come right here. That's what he normally does.
How you doing?
Hey guys, we are back on Afro Vibes Radio. We have the lovely. You want to say her name?
Phylicia.
Because I botched it last time. But yeah, so we have another co-host here. Who are you? Introduce yourself.
It's your boy HTXV. You know what I'm saying? We back at it again with another interview.
Wait, so what was the question you asked her on the break?
I was trying to see, like, do you make men's clothes or what?
Sorry, man. Sorry to this man.
Wait, have you ever thought about like designing?
No, but I did think about making men's clothes just recently since I left my husband. I was like,
Get back out.
You gonna wait till he leave you to do it, or who let who?
What if
he's late, y'all. He clearly just came in.
You know.
Oh my god, he is. No, but I mean, I feel like designing women's. Okay, not even designing. Let's just say styling. Mm-hmm. Styling men's clothes versus women's clothes.
I was style.
So different.
Like I was style in regards to like being a personal shopper for a man and like kind of like getting him together.
Right.
Like, because that's what I usually do. Like that's what women usually do. Like, in general,
when they're together,
get their whole lives together all the way. So I would definitely do that for sure. I would not. Hey, if it's gonna pay me,
Right. So I feel like you recently divorced and everything, but
Going through it
right now.
In the name of Jesus,
right. And so how has that kind of like? Do you feel liberated now that you can now focus on what you're doing, your craft, or is it kind of? It must be hard because I know a lot of listeners, especially, have gone through breakups, ending relationships, divorces.
Now you're going into my tribe talk conversation.
Oh, okay, girl. Okay, yeah. So to me, it must be hard, and a lot of people go through this.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't
because I've always, for me, in regards to, let's start superficially with the financial stability. I got that. That wasn't even the situation.
You have yours.
When I left him, I literally picked up where I left off. It wasn't having a
who's gonna pay my rent?
Yeah,
who's gonna pay my car note?
It's just I just gotta pay everything myself.
That's
no
good
problem.
advice to swallow.
Yeah, so I feel like women for sure, don't be dependent on a man, because you never know. Everything is temporary. So you never know. You want to make sure you have your stuff, your own bag secured. Right. So that for me wasn't a struggle. And then mentally and spiritually, it wasn't a struggle for me because that's something that I need so that I can continue to pour into my business because I have to pour into myself. So if I'm not pouring into myself, then I wouldn't be able to grow what's around me. So for me, I've always been spiritually together because that's just my foundation. That's just how I've grown up. I grew up religious, but as I got older, I got more spiritual as I started to understand people and respect religion and understand that, there's different ways to get to the where you gotta go. There's so many different paths.
Journey is
everyone has different translations. It's the same thing. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So spiritually, I was always together, but in my relationship, I felt that start to deteriorate, and it was very hard for me to build if I'm with something that's causing me to break down.
Right.
So that transition for me to leave was a struggle because of how it all divulged. It was very scandalous. Wait for the book. It was very scandalous how it all happened, but because I had my tribe, I had my family, and I had other things that was pouring into my life, it was just it wasn't a loss. If anything, I gained because now I'm able to fill that void with things that actually can make me whole.
No, I love that because it seems like I'm a huge advocate for mental health. So I have my own organization and everything, and so, but it seems like,
amazing.
Because for me, Black people don't focus on their mental health at all.
No, it's not.
Something
under the rug.
Right. And so for me, my organization is called the Mental Health Hub, and then I also volunteer with a bunch of organizations here, and I realize a lot of Black women especially deal with so many things, and we don't even think to credit our mental health and be like, I need a little bit of a reboot on my mental wellness. Exactly. And so you seem like you've done your reflection. You've given
and
that
travel
time.
Too. Travel is so important. That has really played a huge role in my spiritual growth. It's taking solo trips and just really
dang, solo trips psych me out.
I can't do solo trips.
It's more like
I can't do it. No, I can't even go. I can't even go to the grocery store by myself. I'm just
girl, that's scary.
I can't. I don't like solo trips, to be honest. Or go to London and just go by yourself when you can go with someone else and have memories.
But then you can go somewhere by yourself and make friends and experience new things.
No, I know there's a huge benefit from that.
It's huge. It does a lot for your self-esteem, I feel because especially as a Black woman, I feel I don't want to get into it, but it's hard to travel solo as a Black woman because I feel in a lot of countries, it's the same discrimination with colorism. If you're darker skin tone, anywhere you go in the world is going to be associated with poverty unless you're in Africa. In certain parts of Africa, even if you go to Cape Town, colorism is serious over there, you know what I'm saying? So it was basically those same experiences, but for the most part I feel people were more so curious about me, so it kind of changed my perspective. People aren't staring because they're racist, they're staring because they're admiring.
My friend, she's 6'1". She went to China to play basketball.
China's a different situation.
They were looking. They wanted to take pictures with her. And she was There's a picture.
You would think that like tall people are famous.
Every single tall black man in Thailand is a football player.
Right. Because she's like, you gotta come out.
Crazy.
You gotta come out. I mean, not right now with the coronavirus, but she was like, you gotta come out. There's a picture of her like kneeling down, and then these like Chinese women are like literally below her chest. And she's kneeling down already, and they're just like looking at her like admiring.
Oh my God, that's
and it's a crowd around them as well. Like this picture,
they blow me. And the reason why that they annoy me is because they're the most well traveled.
Yeah.
So they know they seen black people before. So why they acting like they ain't never seen black people?
They see us up close.
Anywhere I go in the world, it's a pack of Asians. Like,
Yeah.
we just all, I don't know. I don't say a pack. What's the
A group. Can we say a tribe of Asians?
No, that's right.
That's claimed.
That's playing, okay?
Oh my gosh, but that's awesome. I love that, we're here, we have this platform as black women, as black men, coming together and really highlighting our successes.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so you are doing is there anything else you do besides like the things you've mentioned, like styling, and the social media stuff? What do you do with that? Is it a one-off thing where you helped people, grow their social media platforms?
I do mentorships,
Okay.
like one-on-one, but I do like the classes just to like help you, teach you all of the tools that you need to grow your Instagram.
They
Like,
need to find you. Stop buying their followers.
Stop buying my followers.
How do you buy?
I'm not gonna lie.
How
I
is
fell
it?
victim to it.
It's
like,
a Google.
You did?
I did, but
How do you?
it's an app.
That's so honest.
It's like
Pay
you
for
buy
a
bots.
subscription, yeah. So like you can post one picture and then you choose an option for it, and all these random people will start following you.
I mean, I thought that was kind of what
It's
they
really
do
like
already
bots,
when
like-
you do the
Really?
promotion.
Bots.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, low
Is it
key,
like that?
kind of.
But it's not buying
But-
followers when you do the promotional. It's just
Yeah.
like kind of
Oh,
like
no,
more
Promotional is
Yeah,
like
fine.
anybody, yeah.
Yeah, you're
No, I
paying
mean
for
like
Instagram
organically
to
getting
advertise.
followers from
Yeah,
people
exactly.
reposting you or like
Okay,
stuff
yeah,
popping
that
up
one.
on the
Yeah.
explore feed.
Right.
Like,
So organic, yeah.
like organically.
Yeah,
like,
not forced or artificial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not forced, like using hashtags and stuff like that,
Yeah.
for sure. And that goes into like creative content, like and all that stuff. So I actually have a wellness retreat coming up. I'm going to Tulum, so like I'm going to be teaching women like how to create content and like do all that stuff. So.
You
I love
seem
Tulum.
to be.
I like that.
I went to
Well
Tulum.
oriented.
She does, and I
I
went
love
to
it.
Tulum.
I go there twice every year. I love it.
You really? I went to
Yeah.
Tulum 2 years ago. Yeah, last year, and it's amazing.
It's
Like,
amazing.
I don't know why people don't go to Tulum.
A lot of
It is
black people
so
don't
much
know
fun.
about it.
No, they don't.
They
and that's
don't.
a lot of people in general don't know about it.
No, that's right.
Wait,
Because
I was
people
like,
from
wait,
Mexico
wait.
don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Like
in Mexico?
seriously,
Mexico, yeah,
it's in Mexico.
So people go to like Cabo or they'll go to Cancun.
Yeah.
But it's like, and what's the other one? There's another one in between.
Playa del Carmen.
Yes, they go
Yeah.
there. But like Tulum, you keep
Tulum
going.
is a
You
2-hour
drive from
like,
the airport.
From the airport.
Yeah. It is
So
amazing,
worth it.
and then the resorts are so pretty. The place I stayed on,
And it's so
stayed at,
affordable.
It's,
like,
it's so it was so
ridiculously
cheap.
cheap.
Like I spent, I think
It's
I spent
amazing.
maximum $500 on that trip, including the ticket and the place
Okay.
for
That
a
sounds
3-day,
about
3-day,
right.
2-night trip.
That sounds
not
It
bad
was
at
so
all.
cheap, and then everything like
Fly from
everything is all
Houston?
inclusive, right?
Yeah.
So it's a resort, so you
Ah,
eat, drink
makes
everything,
sense, yeah.
and then they even bussed us to the club and bussed us back.
What?
It was amazing.
Wow, you
the
gotta
place
see
I
me
went
soon.
to.
Yeah.
500, that's not bad.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not
I mean, I got
bad.
a really cheap ticket. It was like $190 or like plus tax. It was like under $250.
But
And
you
the-
can still like
Oh,
find
yeah.
that easy because it's just a 2-hour
flight.
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. I spoke some Spanish. Someone thought I was Dominican.
I
Someone
can see
thought
that.
I was like, oh,
Foreign.
really?
Like,
So I'm like, yeah.
There was that Valley girl.
Hair flips.
No, Tulum is amazing. That's awesome. I love that people are reaching out to you too and like
Yeah.
spreading your word. That's awesome.
So I don't know if anybody asked this question, but you named a lot of places. What are some of the most notable places you've been to, like since you travel a lot?
Okay, well, recently it would have to be like Marrakesh. Like Marrakesh was a culture shock. Like it was something. Like it was amazing. The experience was great. Until my cab driver tried to take me to his place. At the end, like it was like literally the last day, and it was, and I think, and it was literally, it was so funny because we were using the Google Translate to talk to each other. So there's this language barrier. So when he says things, I'm thinking that the Google is like breaking up. So he was like, would you like to go to the bathroom with me? And then that's what the Google Translate said. And then I was like, no, I've already used the bathroom. And then he was like, "Oh, with me," and I'm just like, "Oh, do you have to use the bathroom?" Like I wasn't thinking.
You wasn't thinking
that
he
he
was
was
trying to do something.
trying to say for us to go together, because that's the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
And then he was like, okay, because he's like, well, what else would you like to do? Like, I had a few hours before I had to go to the airport. And then he was like, would you like a massage? And I was just like, no, I have an appointment back in the States. Like, I'm literally like aloof.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then he goes, would you like to have sex with me? And I was like,
You couldn't miss that one.
I couldn't miss that. Because I can tell, like, when he was asking me these questions that he was getting frustrated because he could tell that I wasn't getting
You didn't know what you were.
So then I was like, what? And then he was like, would you like to go to my place? I was like, no. And then he was like, oh, you don't like sex? And I was like, what? No, I don't like sex.
They love sex
I've
there.
never had sex before. Thank you. It was so awkward, but
I gotta get more culture because I don't know where that's at. Like,
where's what?
Yeah, where is that at?
It's in Morocco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the major city in Morocco.
Okay, I'm trash. All right.
No, it's okay. But so that to me. But other than that, that was the only thing that happened to me on that trip. But the food, oh my gosh, like. Like it's just so much. It's just so much flavor. Like I'm a foodie. Like that is the way to my heart. Like everything was so good, and then also just the textures and just the people. Like it's just so beautiful to see. That it's like a chaotic, beautiful mess. But it makes sense because there's no traffic lights, but somehow people know when to drive and when to go and when to stop.
It's disorganized.
It's a mess, but it's a beautiful. But it has structure. That's the
beautiful
crazy
chaos.
thing. Beautiful chaos. Like that's what I loved about it. Like everybody knew what they were doing. It made sense, and that's why it was a culture shock to me because I'm just like in the middle of this, looking like how am I supposed to function? Right.
Well, thank you.
When do I cross the street?
Thank you for coming. This has been an awesome interview, and I just
thank you,
Phylicia.
Thank you,
Fhylicia. Oh my gosh! But tell us again where when your event is, where it's at, or not where it's at, but where you can get the tickets.
This Saturday. Yes. No, sorry, I lied. Next Saturday.
What's the date?
It's going to be.
What's next Saturday?
February 29th?
Yeah.
Okay. February 29th at 3 p.m. The location will be disclosed upon tickets purchase. And
where can you find the tickets?
You can find the tickets on cityrepublic.com, and that is cityrepublik.com, not a C. I know. It was taken.
No, a little different.
It was taken, somebody took it. So yeah.
Okay, and then where can they follow you at?
So you can follow me on my personal Instagram. It's Phylicia Ben, PHYLICIA BENNNN 3 N's. And then you can find all my business pages and my tribe talks and everything in my bio. Like it's all connected.
Okay. And then where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, on YouTube. My Instagram is the_real_HTXV, and then YouTube just search up HTXV. That should be the first one pop up.
Oh, awesome. And then
you can find me at _Lepashandy with 2 Y's. That's LEPASHANDYY, and at Party with Shandy for all your local Houston events.
Yeah, she be out, girl.
She be out. Girl, because I be like sitting at home on a Friday night trying to figure out what to do.
I'm going to tag you every time.
Yeah,
Send it to you.
Let me know. And it's Afrobeat stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, babe.
You can find me at Instagram at the.chronicles, and then also I'm starting to make my business page, so that's gonna be Callie's Bottle Service. So either one you'll find on Instagram.
Oh, perfect. And then you can find me, your host, Life of Issa, so Life of YSAA on Instagram. Thank you guys. This has been a great show with Phylicia on Afro Vibes Radio. Thank you guys.
Thank you.